So guys, it's Daniel DeAndre back with another episode of the Beatbox. Um, got some information on the upcoming fight. A very interesting fight that's really shaking the boxing world. One of these fights that we really can't wait for, especially me included. Beterbiev versus Bivol. We just got word that I think either yesterday or the day before, Bivol signed off his half for the fight. So we have one half of the signatures that we need, which is Bivol. Because of that, we have Beterbiev has a fight with Smith. I believe it's Callum Smith. Um, that's going to be a very good fight. Um, Callum Smith, I think he's coming up from 168, and now he's a light heavyweight, and he has a pretty tough task ahead of him with Arthur Beterbiev. Now, Arthur Beterbiev, he's 19-0 with 19 knockouts. That alone speaks for itself. Very powerful dude, very disciplined dude, very dangerous. Um, Caleb Smith, he's very good too, very established. Him and the Smith family, very known boxing family in the boxing world. Very accomplished family. And I respect them. I like them a lot, the Smith family. But right now we're going to talk about both of those fights and where they stand. So the fight with Artur Beterbiev and Callum Smith, I believe, is sometime this month. I don't know if it's maybe January 12th, I think. But we've gotten word that Bivol plans to be ringside for that fight. So him signing the contract and also being at the fight where Beterbiev's next fight, that says a lot. That speaks volumes. That tells us that Bivol is very serious about this fight and wanting to fight Beterbiev. As dangerous as a guy like Beterbiev is, a lot of fighters, especially with what he did to Anthony Yarde, with the knockout of Anthony Yarde, a lot of people are really hesitant to fight a Beterbiev because of the power that he displays. You know what I'm saying? So, with Callum Smith, that gives him more respect for coming up and stepping in the ring with a Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? Now, understanding that I believe he was the mandatory anyway after Yarde was Callum Smith. He was the mandatory, so he had to fight Beterbiev regardless. And no fighter wants to be called a duck or, you scared to fight this guy because, he has a tremendous record. But it is what it is. But I think it's going to be, looking at Beterbiev, looking at Smith, I think all of us can kind of we can guess what the outcome is going to be with that fight. I got Beterbiev beating Smith in knockout fashion, probably by 6th, 7th round. If he gets past 8 to 9 rounds, hats off to Callum Smith. If he could stand that type of a beating for that long. But I'd say it'd probably be close to 6, right? 6th round, maybe 7th round if he's lucky. This Beterbiev is a beast. But Bivol, I think Bivol can give Beterbiev a lot of problems. If that fight, after this fight, when we get to that fight, and that when that day comes, as long as no one gets injured, I see Bivol. I think Bivol could give Beterbiev a lot of problems only because the way his footwork, Bivol's footwork, his volume of punches. He has a very Olympic style of fighting where Beterbiev is he's a very close the space, close the gap. He can take the punches. I don't see Bivol looking to take him out early. I think Bivol is going to try to take him into deep waters and try to drown him in 12 rounds. Where the opposite, Beterbiev is going to try to get Bivol not out of there quickly, but I think he's going to try to break him down to where Bivol might have to take a knee because he's not going to want to get flatlined, which Beterbiev has the capability of doing. But before that, I think this fight with Callum Smith, I think it's going to be a tune-up for Beterbiev. but I don't think it's gonna be the tune-up that most fighters would think a tune-up is. I think it's gonna be tough. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't even say that. I probably would be surprised if it goes 12 rounds with Beterbiev with a Callum Smith, as I believe he's getting up there in age, but he's still a quality fighter, and he can still go out there and bang with the best of them. But Beterbiev, I see him taking him out of there, um, and in like about 6 or 7 rounds. But I think this is all just him getting ready for Bivol. I think Bivol expects him to actually get the W as well. Actually, Bivol actually said something very interesting where because of Caleb Smith's his reach, he tends to be good with his reach and distance himself. Especially with a fighter like Beterbiev. But he did say that he does expect Smith to bring the fight inside, which would be a nightmare for himself because you're giving Beterbiev exactly what he wants, exactly what he's probably training for, and that's exactly how he's gotten his 19 knockouts, in 19 fights. So um, I think this is going to be a very good fight, but I do see it ending probably by the halfway mark if Caleb Smith decides to take the fight inside. Um, his best bet is probably try to keep it in the middle of the ring. But a guy that's as skilled as Beterbiev, it's going to be tough to keep him off of you because the Russian fighters, they have very good cardio, very good cardio. Every all the fighters over there from Ukraine to Russia, um, uh, what is what's the other one, like Polish, Ukraine, those areas, Chechnya, all of those areas, they have a great system of endurance. And I think that base of great endurance allows them to apply like power. They have like to have the endurance that they have allows them to contain their power as long as they would like to for a longer duration of time. So with a Beterbiev, I could see him just breaking him down with ease. But that's Smith. Now with a Bivol, I don't see that really happening because I think a guy like Bivol, who comes from the same background as a Beterbiev, I think he's probably faced those type of fighters all of his life, and he probably has the exact blueprint to beat a fighter like Beterbiev more than any Englishman or American fighter would because we're just really not used to that type of training. A lot of the like Russian or Eastern European types of training is a volume type of training where Americans we're very like it's tough training day in day out, tough training day in day out. There's really no volume, there's no importance of volume in our training from what I see. You know what I'm saying? If other American brothers, let me know in the comments. If I'm wrong or if you've had different types of training throughout your lifetime or throughout the years. But yeah, with this fight with Smith, I see it ending at the halfway mark. I see this tune-up for Bivol and Beterbiev, and hopefully we can get that probably by the spring or summer. But for right now, I would probably lean more towards Bivol beating Beterbiev, only because skills pay the bills. And Bivol is a very, very skilled fighter. He has shown that day in, day out. I know a lot of people would look at the Canelo fight and say, Canelo moved up to fight him. Yeah, but Canelo knew what he was taking on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went up, you poked the bear, and you lost. That doesn't, diminish your respect or diminish the respect that we're going to give you, but it's still in the history books, that you did lose. So right now, I'd take Bivol. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know who you got with Smith and Beterbiev. And then also you can let me know who you got in the Bivol and Beterbiev fight. And we're going to talk about that more as the days pass and, the more the months get closer to that fight. So, keep tuning in. Thank you guys. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I'll be back with another one. Peace.